Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It's our Old Town Grill High School football game of the week. As tonight we finish off the 2018 season here at Cumberland Gap High School in regional action as the Cumberland Gap Panthers play host to the Rockwood Tigers. For the Panthers tonight, it's simple. Win and you're into the postseason. For Rockwood, a win gets them the number 3 seed going into next week. Who walks out the winner? Stay tuned to find out. It's the Rockwood Tigers. It's the Cumberland Gap Panthers. It's our Old Town Grill season finale, and it's next. And we are underway here for the season finale from Cumberland Gap. It'll take one bounce picked up at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and still working his way out close to the 35-yard line will be Rockwood. And finally, the Tigers will be stopped, and they will start on offense as they will mark it around about the 35-yard line.
And once again, we expect to see Nate Brackett as the QB lining up for the Rockwood Tigers. Listed at almost a 50% completion rate on the season, 43 of 88, 606 total yards, 5 TDs, and 5 picks.
He will set up on a K&K Metal first down under center. Almost a wing T look with two backs behind him, man in motion now from the right to the left. This is going to be a pitch out to the left side. Out to the 35, and being wrapped up and taken down near the 36-yard line on the initial run is Octavius Worthy.
Worthy met by Cumberland Gap's Brady Pearman, one of the 9 seniors that Cumberland Gap holds tonight entering this contest. Look for that offensive look a lot for Rockwood. Look for that formation to have multiple ball carriers in the backfield behind Brackett, as it seems that they will run the ball quite often here.
Second down and 9. New formation, 1 receiver to the left side, 4 split to the right, shotgun formation for the quarterback. High snap, throws quickly out to the right side. It is incomplete. Trying to get it off into the hands of Dylan Williams, and that's our first drop we've seen here with a wet ball.
Yeah, and with the field conditions, you took the words right out of my mouth, Adam. You want to have, when you put the ball in the air, you want to have some pass attempts that you know that you can complete, although there, Williams dropping the out pattern, listed at fullback for the Tigers, and now already it's 3rd down and long.
3rd down and 9. This time the Tigers are split 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. The quarterback, Brackett, has a back around either side of him, is in the gun. High snap, he gets it. Setting up the screen, trying to. Brackett steps up, and he's going to be sacked. Cumberland Gap's defense gets Brackett in the backfield at about the 32-yard line for a loss of 4.
And so you can give the first series victory to the Cumberland Gap Panthers, again smothering Brackett right from the get-go. The coverage was very well done for Cumberland Gap, and again a host of Panthers to bring the quarterback down. And now all of a sudden, after forcing an opening series 3 and out, you're going to get the ball and with what we expect to be pretty good field position.
Talked to Coach Greg Snyder on Cumberland Gap's defensive side before we walked into the press box. Just kind of smiled at him, said, looks like a defensive type of weather atmosphere as the punt comes off, taken at the 35-yard line. One move out to the 40 near their sideline. 45 got a block to the 50, trying to get back up to the middle of the field. Too many Rockwood players there, still on his feet, and eventually be rode down inside Rockwood territory at the 45-yard line. As on the return, I believe, was number 20, Holden McDaniels.
Yeah, McDaniels, one of the speediest Cumberland Gap players, especially on the special teams unit. He was met by senior defensive back Caleb Bowen for Rockwood, but again, it was a struggle to bring him down, and now already starting your first drive of the contest inside of Rockwood territory. It's a good start for Coach Klein's group.
Ball's on the near hash mark as they go from right to left. 1 receiver split to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback is Caden Brunsma, the junior. Has 2 backs around him as he stands in the gun. Brunsma's going to hand off, going up the middle, and Rockwood's defense is right there on it. Might be a gain of 1 on first down.
Cumberland Gap handing the ball off to Logan Miracle there on first down, trying to attack the teeth of the Rockwood defensive line. And this is a huge defensive line at that for the Tigers. That's going to be a tall task. Should the Panthers find some success in the run game, they may look to try and bounce it to the outside more than trying to go in between the tackles.
Both teams' first down play was a run. Both teams got 1 yard on their first play from scrimmage here this evening. Here it's 2nd down and 9, ball at the Rockwood 44-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Brunsma in the gun, has a back to either side. He's going to run the option. And it looks like he's going to keep it this time. And Rockwood will initially stop Brunsma, but he will slip through, pick up a few extra yards down to about the 41-yard line. A gain of 3, but it will bring up third down.
Brunsma is a very underrated rusher for Cumberland Gap. The junior QB really with a nice surge there after being met by first contact, was able to burst forward for a few extra yards. And now with third and manageable, we'll see if Coach Klein opts for maybe a play-action look on third down, maybe a short pass to try and open up the playbook a little bit.
It'll be third down and 7. They'll split 3 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol, has 1 back behind him. He's going to play action, rolls off, throw off into the flat, and it's complete. But running backwards with it is the receiver, still trying to fight his way forward. Does so, dives forward, close to the 30-yard line. Should get enough for the first down, as on the reception was Nathan Fusen.
Well, I called it, didn't I?
Yep.
The play action there in the pistol formation, getting the ball into the hands of Fusen. A nicely delivered ball from Brunsma right into the hands of number 4, and he does the rest, tiptoeing up the sideline and breaking past some Rockwood Tigers for a nice first down pickup.
10 yards on the pass, brings up another K and K middle, first down and 10 at the 31-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side. They will now split 3 to the right as Fusen comes on late. Pistol formation once again. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and getting maybe a yard on the run was Miracle.
Rockwood's Ryan Nelson was nearly in the backfield to stop Miracle, although he was able to break him. I believe it was Jonathan Gann, listed as a senior linebacker / guard, who was one of the few Rockwood Tigers to make the stop there in the backfield. So that's back-to-back first down rushes that really haven't gone anywhere for the Gap.
No gain, brings up second down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side. They're going to split 3 again to the right. Pistol look once again for Brunsma. Dropping, looking, feeling pressure, rolls off right side, sacked. Could not avoid the first person that got back there, and Brunsma will be taken down for a loss of 9.
Octavius Worthy, who has 481 yards rushing with the ball. Seems like he's just as elite on the defensive end at that end position. 6'1", 180 coming at you in the backfield just as a sophomore. That was a tremendous play to get into the backfield, get right past Cumberland Gap's offensive line, and bring Brunsma down to the turf for the sack.
Third down and 19 now upcoming for Cumberland Gap. Ball resting at the Rockwood 40-yard line. 7:30 in county left to go first quarter. Cumberland Gap's first offensive possession. Rockwood did go 3 and out on their opening possession. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. 2 backs to the backfield with Brunsma. Is going to drop, looking, feeling the pressure, throws across the middle, too high. Had the receiver there, but was just too high for McDaniels. And it'll bring up 4th.
Well, I tell you, Worthy was in there right again in the backfield along with Austin Quick, and I think that's what forced Brunsma to maybe throw the football off a little bit earlier than he would have liked, and that may have been the result of the high throw there. Again, now forcing the 4th down off the incomplete pass. So even though Rockwood did allow the first down, the sack on the ensuing second down is going to force a punt from CG.
So Cumberland Gap on 4th down and 19 will punt. Rockwood is going to send 1 receiver back as the second guy comes up. They're going to rush this. Not a great punt, but it is directional over to the near sideline and will eventually roll dead on the turf at the 11-yard line of the Tigers, and that's where they will start with a K and K middle first down and 10.
Interesting when you kind of sit down and analyze this Rockwood offense, who went 3 and out in their first go around. They do have 37 plays this season that were over 20 yards, so it seems that they kind of lull you to sleep a little bit before they hit the home run ball. That's very characteristic of this Rockwood team here in 2018, and we'll see now with not very ideal field position here in their second drive. See how they move the football.
Ball's at the 11-yard line. 7 minutes left to go first quarter, still scoreless. It's a K and K middle first down. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Wishbone look. Man in motion from the left to the right. Hand off to the fullback up the middle. And still running with the football out near the 18, 19-yard line. Should have been Williams. We'll wait and see what happens when they unpile them. And it is going to be Dylan Williams, number 10.
Williams, who just crossed the 400-yard rushing landmark in his last appearance with an average of 6 yards per carry. Rockwood utilizes that fullback position heavily, and there you saw on first down, Williams with a nice gain.
Second down, let's call it 4. 1 receiver to the left side. Again, the quarterback is Brackett under the center. Hands off again, fullback up the middle. And getting close to the first down once again was Williams. As he'll go over to the left side, and he will pick up enough for the K&K Metal first down.
Hard to guess which Rockwood backfield player will gain possession of the football there, especially on second down after the nice run from Williams. They opt to give it right back to the senior, and he gets him enough for the first down. So now the monkey's off their back a little bit. They've picked up the first down. We'll see if the momentum for the Tigers continues.
Out at the Rockwood 25 for a K&K Metal first down. One receiver now split to the right side. Brackett turns, hands off the fullback once again. It's the third time in a row they've went with the fullback dive. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dylan Williams out past the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Nate Brackett lining up under center really kind of shows you that they're going to go ahead and continue with that run game, giving it to Williams at fullback right at the middle. And again, this sizable chunk of yardage every time. Again, we mentioned that he has an average of 6 yards per carry, and he's showing you why there.
Second down, let's call it 3. No receivers, wing to either side, 2 backs to backfield. Brackett turns, hands off, up the middle, and getting close to the first down marker once again is Rockwood past the 35, near the 38-yard line, as they'll unpile them and see which one of the backs had the carry that time.
I believe it was Worthy, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct on that one, number 8.
Well, you certainly saw that Cumberland Gap was expecting the run. However, it wasn't enough to stop Rockwood from gaining another first down. The nearest Cumberland Gap defender seemingly was right beside the official there. But again, Rockwood's offensive line providing the push, and Worthy did the rest.
Ball's at the 38-yard line. It's a K&K Metal first down. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Split backs behind the quarterback. 4 down linemen for Cumberland Gap. It's going to be a misdirection coming to the near sideline of the 40. And being wrapped around down to the 43-yard line is Rockwood. As on the run once again, this time was Worthy.
We saw Rockwood line up, Adam, in the pregame lineups in their run-throughs with the offense. They do like to utilize the man in motion on the end around a lot. And there with the misdirection, kind of caught Cumberland Gap off guard a little bit. Another 5-6-yard gain for Worthy.
Second down, let's call it 5 yards to go. 4.5 minutes left to go, first quarter. Still scoreless here at Panther Field. One receiver will split to the right side. A wing to either side. Man in motion now from the left to the right. Brackett, hands off, bouncing, coming to the outside, still churning past the 45, near the 47, 48-yard line is Rockwood. The gain will be enough for the K&K Metal first down. Is this time on the run? It was Dylan Williams.
Yeah, Williams again just kind of bouncing off, as you said, really just not fazed by the contact at all, spinning past the defensive line. It was Darren Robertson who finally was able to bring Williams down, senior on senior there. But again, another first down. This has been a much more impressive second drive for Rockwood to get out all the way close to midfield.
This will be the 7th play of this drive. It's a K&K Metal first down at the Rockwood 48. We've got a receiver on either side up on the line, as it'll be a handoff going on a jet sweep to the left side. Now trying to go back up the middle with it and getting near midfield on the run. I believe that was Caleb Bowen, number 17.
Bowen, who we've seen make a couple of tackles this evening for Rockwood. The first time they've opted to actually do the handoff there on the end around. It's been a lot of fakes and dives up the middle, whether it be a misdirection or a fullback carry. This time they do go to the outside, gains a couple of yards with 2nd and 8.
Second down from midfield. Second offensive possession here for the Tigers. They went 3 and out on their opening drive. They have not put the ball in the air on this one. One receiver off to either side, a wing to the right. 2 backs in the backfield behind Brackett. He will hand off past midfield into Cumberland Gap territory. Trying to kick outside, does so past the 40, and eventually be taken down near the 38-yard line will be the Tigers.
Seems that Octavius Worthy was brought down just maybe by a shoestring there, as he was just a couple of steps away from breaking that one possibly all the way to the end zone. Very nice, tough run. Again, the yards after contact is what's really impressing me on this drive with Rockwood. And again, with this being the second drive, this has chewed up a lot of clock with the rushes on every down.
13 yards on the run, sets up a K&K Metal first down and 10, this time at the Cumberland Gap 37-yard line. One receiver to the right side, one to the left. Again, the quarterback is Brackett. He'll hand off, coming up the middle, and springing forward past near the 35, maybe to the 34-yard line, will be the Tigers. I believe that may have been Bowen again.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Bowen again on the misdirection right there up the middle. And now Cumberland Gap's got to try and find a way. It seems that every possession this drive, Rockwood's runs go for 4, 5, 6 yards. And again, they've been able to move the ball very efficiently and also have been able to chew a lot of this clock off as well. Cumberland Gap's got to find a way to get some tackles for a loss here.
Second down. Let's call it second down and 7 as the rain starts to work its way back in. One receiver to the right side. One to the left. Misdirection coming. This is Bowen again up the middle. Tries to get through the first line. Does so past the 30 to about the 27-yard line.
We see Cumberland Gap trying to adjust here on defense, lining up with 4 different linebackers, but again, it's not enough to stop another first down for the Tigers. Started this drive well into their own, inside their own 20-yard line, I think it was, and they've been able to move the ball at will here. It's been an entirely different offensive approach than they had to their opening drive.
It's another K and came out of first down and 10, this time at the 27-yard line of Cumberland Gap. No receivers. Bracken goes under the center. He will hand off, coming to this side on the sweep, to the 30, high step into the 25, and getting taken down by the Angles near the 21-yard line.
Worthy again as the ball carrier for Rockwood on another misdirection. We can see the rain starting to pick up a little bit here.
Up here.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and that's only going to open up this rushing attack even more. You don't want to throw the ball a lot with this much precipitation in the air.
Under 90 seconds left to go, first quarter. It'll be second down. Let's call it 4 yards to go for the Tigers. They're going from left to right. The rain is to their back. They will split one receiver to the right side, one to the left. Brackett goes under the center with an ace back. He's going to hand off on to a wing to the 20, and out near the 15-yard line go the Tigers. Will be good enough for the Kane. Came out of first down and 10, as we'll wait and get the number of who it was. And again, that was number 8, Worthy.
Worthy again trying to bounce back and trying to really run behind his huge offensive tackle, John Metcalf, was eventually met by Jacob Beatty and Darren Robinson. But again, moving the chains once more on the rushing game from Rockwood.
Under a minute now left to go first quarter. And it'll be Rockwood with a K and came out of first down and 10. Ball resting. Let's call it the 14-yard line. One receiver will split out to the left side, a wing to either side. Ace backfield behind Brackett. Man in motion now from the right to the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And Cumberland Gap has got the back. And I believe that was Williams that had the run that time, but Williams does get some positive yards down to the 12.
He was brought down low by Cumberland Gap's Darren Robertson, who's been very active on this drive defensively up on the line. Again, another short gain this time. The shortest gain in a while there for the Tigers on first down.
It'll be second down and 7, and they may not get another one off here as we're approaching now under 5 seconds left to go. And I believe that will do it for the first quarter of action. We have played one full quarter here from Panther Field on the season finale. Our score, it is Rockwood 0. It is Cumberland Gap 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back out to Cumberland Gap High School as we get ready for the second quarter of action between Rockwood and Cumberland Gap. We are still scoreless here at Panther Field. Rockwood, however, knocking on the door as they'll have the ball at the Cumberland Gap 12-yard line. This will be the 14th play in this drive that started back around the Rockwood 11-yard line with 7 minutes left to go inside of the first quarter. And I told you in the break, this will be the 14th play. They've yet to have a third down on this drive.
That's incredible here, especially on a drive that has spanned this long.
Second down and 7 as we get started. Wing backs for Rockwood. They'll hand off, coming to the near sideline, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockwood on play number 1 here of the second quarter.
Caleb Bowen on the end around. This time he had a convoy of blockers. You had to think that Coach Webb drew that one up at the end of the first quarter, and the Tigers executed beautifully there to get into the end zone first. And now for a team that has been very shaky on offense throughout the majority of the season, this drive could really turn the tide of the entire game, especially since it ended with that TD.
It will be Rockwood attempting the extra point, as it'll be Ben Woodall. Snaps on the ground. Woodall's attempt is up. Woodall's attempt is good. Time out of the field. 11:52 left to go first half. Our new score, it is Rockwood 7. It is Cumberland Gap 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
So Rockwood scores first here in this contest. The scoring drive, 14 plays, 89 yards, 7 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock, and again, did not face a third down on the drive.
It reminded me a lot of Claiborne's second drive of their contest against Johnson County. We saw they were backed up deep into their own end zone and was able to bring it all the way down inside the opposing red zone. Of course, that particular drive ended in a blocked field goal that ended up in a Johnson County touchdown. But here, obviously, a picture-perfect drive from Rockwood. It's just what you want, especially when these weather conditions are present, to get 7 points.
So it'll be the Tigers to kick this one off. The rain has stopped once again, and the Panthers will catch this one at the 20. Out to the 30, near sideline 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, and finally taken down to the 40-yard line, maybe inside it to the 38-yard line, will be Cumberland Gap. This will be their second drive. Both drives have started inside Rockwood territory.
And this is because of the ability of Holden McDaniels on the special teams unit. The junior wide receiver and defensive back tiptoed the sideline for it seemed about 30 yards or so. Eventually, it was Austin Orr for Rockwood that was able to gain the stop, but not before Cumberland Gap, as you said, starts well into Tiger territory.
They will start at the Rockwood 37-yard line for a K Metal first down. They'll start with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation for Brunsma. Has a back behind him. He will hand off to that back coming to the near sideline and slipping on the turf and going down for about a gain of 1, as on the run was Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle just trying to make a cut back over to the left side, and as you said, the turf may get partial credit for the tackle there in the backfield. Right? Looks like he gained about a yard or so.
Give him a yard on.
But again, that's another first down that really Cumberland Gap hasn't been able to gain as much.
So it'll be second down and 9. Ball in Rockwood territory once again. They're going from left to right. 2 receivers to the left side. They're going to split 2 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol. Miracle is the deep back looking at 4 down linemen. Low snap, pass across the middle, tipped and incomplete. As the ball was tipped in the secondary, the pass was intended, I believe that's McDaniels, number 20, and it'll bring up third down.
Yeah, a rare throw attempt there from Cumberland Gap. That was thwarted by Rockwood's Caleb Bowen. Again, what could have been maybe an interception, a nice deflection nonetheless there on second down. A nice play from the senior.
Third down and 9 for Cumberland Gap. They will send 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, pistol formation for Brunsma, looking at 4 up front. Brunsma, play action, rolling, in pressure, gets a block, throws down the sideline, incomplete. Threw it out of bounds, just out of the reach of a receiver, and that will bring up, well, hold on, we got a flag on the play. Our first penalty of the evening.
Started to say, yeah, first one.
So we'll wait and get the indication here, possibly in the area of a defensive hold. Could also be offensive holding. It's going to be holding against Rockwood.
There we go. So Cumberland Gap bailed out again by the penalty from Rockwood. Again, we saw the Panthers line up with 3 receivers to the left side, and of course most of those routes came back over to the right. But again, Brunsma pushed out just a little bit too far on the incomplete pass. But again, the officials caught the defensive hold from the Tigers, and that makes it first down back to the Gap.
Let you know our officials are out of the Knoxville Football Officials Association. Your referee is John Ward, umpires Johnny Rhodes, line judge Scott Mann, head linesman Jeremy Dixon, back judge Justin Lowry, side judge Jay Davis. Your field judge is Reggie Nichols, and clock operator is Ben Higginbotham. As here is a run on first down going forward past the 25 to the 24-yard line.
And there's another flag that came in late after the play. Could be in the area of another hold, I believe.
Face mask.
Wow.
Against Rockwood.
So all of a sudden, after playing the game, picture perfect in terms of penalties, playing very clean, now in back-to-back plays, Rockwood is hit with the flag, and that's obviously, you put yourself in not a great position already to start the drive since Cumberland Gap was well into their own territory, but now it's hurt them even more. The Tigers have really, these self-inflicted wounds have hurt Rockwood.
The rain has started once again here. As it'll be first down, let's call it 3. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol. He's going to hand it off, going over to the right side, trying to break tackles and getting down to about close to the 16-yard line. And it'll bring up second down.
Looked like it was Jonathan Gann of Rockwood along with an assist from Billy Kofer that was able to bring Cumberland Gap down on the short run gain off to the right side. This Tigers defensive line has performed well, especially on first down.
Second down. Once again, second down. Almost 2 yards ago. Ball's at the 19. I believe the first down marker's at the 17. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Umbrellas go up, and Brunsma's in the pistol. Brunsma will hand off, coming over the near side line, getting some blocks, getting the first down, lowering the head and getting out and past the 15 near the 11-yard line.
And that's an unfamiliar face lining up at running back for Cumberland Gap. It's Tyler Raines for the Panthers, who we have seen just tear up opposing offenses all season long at the linebacker/defensive end position. But here on the offensive side, looks like he performed just as well, putting that shoulder down and getting the extra yardage.
Second consecutive run by Raines, and it'll bring up a K and came out of first down and 10, ball at the 11. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands off, going to the left side, lowering the shoulder past the 10, and getting close to the 5-yard line. And on
Raines
this
again.
time was Raines, yeah.
Raines once again going up into that left tackle and being able to push forward and knock now onto Rockwood's doorstep and trying to even this up. We started with the great kickoff return from Holden McDaniels, aided by the penalties of Rockwood, and now Raines has taken over on the ground.
Second down, 4 yards to go, ball at the 5. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, Brunsma in the pistol. Brunsma is going to hand off once again. This time Rockwood is all over it as Raines is wrapped up down back around they'll mark him at the 10.
Gavin Evans and Jonathan Gann for Rockwood. Again, I think that Tyler Raines is kind of a ball carrier that you have to have 2 defenders in order to bring him down. And that was what Rockwood was able to get there to bring the senior down to the turf immediately. A loss of yardage there, and now all of a sudden it turns into a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9 upcoming for Cumberland Gap. They can get a first down at the 1. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, Brunsma in the pistol, dropping, looking, throws a slant. It is, did he catch it? He did not, incomplete.
Wow, it seems like for maybe a split second that Brady Pearman was able to haul that one into the end zone. It seemed like it was either a catch or maybe an interception. The wide receiver and the defensive back almost collided. They were both going at warp speed there in the end zone. I like the play call. I like the execution. Just couldn't haul that pass in on the slant pattern, and now it's 4th down.
And being on the 10-yard line, the Panthers will go for this one.
Yes.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation again for Brunsma on 4th and 9. Play action. Pressured. Steps up, throws. Off on the right side, incomplete. It is incomplete. Threw it away into the back of the end zone. And Rockwood's defense turns over Cumberland Gap on downs.
Yeah, mistake by Caden Brunsma there on 4th down. Put the ball in the air. He threw it out of bounds. Had to throw the ball at least somewhere towards the end zone and try and give your wide receivers a chance to make a play. And now Rockwood takes over on downs. The defense responding the good field position from the gap. Rockwood's defense responding and keeping the Panthers scoreless thus far.
8:12 left to go first half. Tigers leading this one 7-0. Will have their third offensive possession here of the half. Last one took 7 minutes, 12 seconds. They could almost run this entire half out. It's a Kane came out of first down and 10, starting at the Rockwood 10. Man in motion from the right to the left. Brackett, hands off up the middle, got a hole. And it'll be the Tigers getting about 4 yards on the initial run from scrimmage, as it will be into the hands of Dylan Williams.
Definitely are going to have to go back and circle those last 3 plays of the previous drive from Cumberland Gap. The loss on the ground from Rains, and then back-to-back incomplete passes, with the latter coming on 4th down, especially with Rockwood's first touchdown drive taking so much off the clock. Cumberland Gap needed that one as kind of a confidence booster to get back and even and try and tie things up, but instead Rockwood takes over.
Second down and 6. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Again, the quarterback is Nate Brackett. He'll go under the center. Brackett turns, hands off, and going over to the far sideline and getting close to the first down marker is Rockwood. We'll wait and see which one of the backs they actually handed it to this time.
I think it may have been Worthy.
I think you're right. Well, yeah, number 8, Octavius Worthy. Right now, it's really been just 3 different running backs. You got Worthy, you got Williams, and then they use Bowen out of the wing.
And we've expected Tosh Basil to get a lot of carries for Rockwood, and I don't think that we've called his name yet thus far here in this matchup. But Worthy now closing in on 500 yards total for the season here in the first half.
Third down and 1. One receiver to the right side. Brackett goes under the center, hands off up the middle, going off to the right side, and Rockwood, that's going to be close. A stretch fourth on the far side. See, and I saw the hand go forward, so it will be first down for Rockwood, as they'll be 1 for 2 on third downs here this afternoon.
Yeah, you mentioned that out of all 14 plays in their last drive, there wasn't a single third down for Rockwood. Having an early one here, but the key there was it was third down and very short. Rockwood only needed a minimal gain there to move the sticks, and they did so.
That'll be a Kane came out first down and 10, this time at the 20-yard line of the Tigers, as they go from right to left on your radio dial. Now going into the rain. There's one receiver split to the right. 2 wings on the left. It's going to be Brackett. He's going to hand off over to the right sideline, and got in a convoy is the Tigers, as they'll get it out past the 30 to the 35 and close to the 40-yard line.
Interesting. It seems that, Rockwood's not had that huge play yet here thus far in the first half. We mentioned that they've got 37 plays throughout the season that have gone for over 20 yards. In fact, the Tigers do have a junior receiver, Dade Turner, that only has 4 catches on the year, but it's for 124 yards. So, again, you look for that home run ball every now and then. That was one of the biggest offensive plays that Rockwood has had thus far in this contest, with Worthy on the jet sweep up the far sideline.
It's a K and came out of first down and 10. Ball resting at the Rockwood 37-yard line. They'll send a receiver to the left side. Brackett goes under the center, wing to either side, Ace back behind him. Brackett hands off, coming to the near sideline this time, going back up the middle past the 40, near the 45-yard line is Rockwood. And this time it's either going to be Worthy or it was Bowen. And I believe it was Bowen that time, 17.
Yeah, again, and on first down, Cumberland Gap has really not been able to win the battle on either side. They're giving up far too much yardage on first down, and it's leaving Rockwood to kind of, pick their rush there on second down and third down and kind of eat apart this Cumberland Gap defense. The Panthers uncharacteristically letting a lot of these rushing gains slip by them.
Second down and 2 now for the Tigers. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Ace backfield behind Brackett. Brackett drops, hands off, fullback up the middle to the 50 to the 45, inside Cumberland Gap territory to the 44-yard line. And I guess when you've got that kind of speed, you just got to turn around and give it to your fullback, Dylan Williams.
Yeah, and you can tell that this Cumberland Gap defense is really, the body language here for the Panthers. They're struggling to find an answer and try and get some tackles for a loss or some stops here. Again, Rockwood's only put the ball in the air one time. That was on their second play of the entire game, which was an incomplete pass on an out pattern. And then since then, it's been all on the ground, and it's been very effective.
Ball to Cumberland Gap 44-yard line. It's another K and came out of first down and 10. 4:43 and counting first half. Rockwood leads this one 7-0. Two receiver to the left side. Again, two to the right. Ace backfield behind Brackett. Brackett going to hand off. And this time Cumberland Gap gets the initial hit. But the running back will get back to the line of scrimmage. And again, that was Williams.
So I guess they heard me then, right? They're on first down getting the stop very quickly. I think it was Braxton Daniels for Cumberland Gap who may have been the first Panther to get in there right at the line of scrimmage to stop Rockwood from gaining any extra yardage. So now we'll see if Cumberland Gap can build on the success of first down and try and stop this Tiger rushing attack even further.
Second down and 10 upcoming here for Rockwood. They will break the huddle. No receivers. Wings on either side. I guess you could say a receiver to either side up on top of the line. It's going to be a misdirection going to the far sideline. This is out to the 40, to the 35, getting the first down past the 35. On the run is Worthy, and he will bring the ball forward to the 33-yard line.
Well, Cumberland Gap not really being able to string together consecutive plays in which they stop this Rockwood rushing attack. There was Worthy again on the jet sweep on the far sideline. The wide receivers of Rockwood did a good enough job of getting Worthy out in space, and he does the rest. And out in open space, he's a dangerous back.
It's another K. Came out of first down and 10 upcoming now for Rockwood. Again, Cumberland Gap needs a win here this evening to advance to the playoffs. Rockwood, with a win, would go to the 3 seed and would bring Wartburg into the playoffs with them. On first down, one receiver off to either side, wings to either side, and now we have a stoppage. And Rockwood will have to spend a timeout. We'll take this with them. We have 3:12 left to go, first half. Our score, it is Rockwood 7. It is Cumberland Gap nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back to Cumberland Gap High School, 3:12 left to go here inside of the first half. Tigers of Rockwood leading Cumberland Gap 7-0. And they are once again driving as they started this drive at their own 10-yard line. This will be play number 9 of this drive. Their last scoring drive was a 14-play drive that went 89 yards and took 7:12 off the clock. This one trying to mirror that one, and the Tigers would love nothing more than to go into the break up by 2 scores. It's a K and came out on first down. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Ball placed at the Cumberland Gap 33-yard line. Back behind Brackett as he goes under the center. Brackett hands off on a misdirection going up the middle. Cumberland Gap's got there in the linebackers core, but the running back's out to the 28-yard line for a gain of 5.
Darren Robinson getting credit for the tackle for Cumberland Gap yet again. And as you mentioned, with the 4 linebackers for the Panthers trying to combat this rushing game somewhat, but there's another first down gain for 5 yards there from Rockwood. The Tigers have not really seen a whole lot of resistance from Cumberland Gap defensively, and this has been the primary reason for this second long drive.
Second down, let's call it a long 5 yards to go for the Tigers. One receiver to the left side, a wing to the right. Ace back, now the man in motion. From the left to the right on the outside. Brackett's going to drop, looking. Now he's just going to scramble with it. He's got some room. Stutter stepping, gets the first down over on the far sideline. Is eventually pushed out near the 20-yard line, and that'll bring up another K&K Metal first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, certainly the intention was to put the ball in the air for Rockwood, but credit to Nate Brackett. The junior saw that there was a gaping hole there on the right side. There was no Cumberland Gap Panther there to defend near the far sideline, so he scampers free for another first down and was pushed out of bounds.
Got 9 yards on the scramble, and it's another K&K Metal first down and 10, this time in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Rockwood eating up yardage, eating up this time. This is only their third offensive possession, as we are now under 2.5 minutes left to go here inside of the first half. On first down, one receiver to the left side. They'll split one out to the right. Two backs behind Brackett. Brackett's going to hand off, going up the middle, trying to go off to the left side. Breaks the first tackle, cannot do the second. And it'll be to the 19-yard line. And it'll be Worthy on the run.
Seems that Ethan Daniels and Tyler Raines were the two Cumberland Gap Panthers that brought Worthy down to the turf after a short gain on first down. That's a little bit a better job of Cumberland Gap there on the opening drive, but can they do it for two more times here?
Second down. One receiver to either side. Brackett. Hands off. Going up the middle is Worthy, and Worthy's out near the 15-yard line.
And that was a good answer on second down for Cumberland Gap. Again, a very rare third down for the Rockwood Tigers here. And we'll see how the Cumberland Gap defense responds. We'll see if they kind of stick their nose into this one and try and force what would be a first fourth down that Rockwood may have to make a decision on in this contest.
This is only the third down the Tigers have been faced with all evening. This one's 3rd down and 5. One back behind Brackett's got a receiver up on the line on each side. Brackett gives off on the sweep going to the right side. There's Worthy trying to cut back, and he's going to be pushed. I don't believe he's going to get the first. I believe Worthy was stopped at about the 11-yard line, which would be a gain of 4 and would bring up 4th.
You got to believe that for the Tigers, they think that this is 4-down territory here, especially after the gain there on the far sideline from Worthy. And on 4th and short, no hesitation for Rockwood already lining up.
One receiver to the left side on 4th down and 1. Man in motion from the left to the right is Worthy. And Cumberland Gap will jump.
And that's exactly what some defenses have the tendency to do on 4th down. Jump the gun a little bit and leads to the offsides. And now Rockwood gets the first down with some help from the Cumberland Gap defense. Their first penalty of the game for the Panthers, but a very costly one indeed.
Something me and Coach Klein had kind of talked about was how do you minimize the penalties. They've done so.
Yes, they have.
Like you said, that one is costly as it puts the ball at the 6. It's 1st down and goal for Rockwood. No receivers. Actually, the one on each side up against the line, almost acting like a wing. This is going to be a handoff to Worthy going off to the right side. He's to the 5, and he will scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockwood. Was awaiting a signal. There was none, but Rockwood does get into the end zone with 25 seconds left to go here in the half.
Yeah, surely was a heavy dose of Octavius Worthy on that drive, and he certainly earned that TD there in this drive of the second quarter to put Rockwood up by 2 scores. 2 just really impressive drives from the Tigers after a 3-and-out on their first try. Has really kind of sucked the air out of Cumberland Gap.
Ben Woodall will have the attempt once more. He's 1 for 1 on the evening. This is a high snap. Woodall's attempt is up, and it is no good. Off to the right. 25 seconds left to go. Let's take a break. Our new score, it is Rockwood 14. It is Cumberland Gap nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
So it's 13-0 in favor of Rockwood. I said 14 on the way out. It's 13-0 in favor of the Tigers. That scoring drive, 14 plays, 90 yards, 7:47 off the clock. 2 scoring drives that have taken 28 plays, got 179 yards, and it's taken over 14, almost 15 minutes off the clock.
Literally just a 1-yard difference in both of those drives. Unbelievable.
And they're 1 second under 15 minutes on those 2 drives for time of possession.
Wow.
Onside kick just kind of blooped up and will go out of bounds. And the Panthers will have an opportunity here with 25 seconds left to go. They do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining if they choose to try to take a shot.
I think at this point it certainly wouldn't hurt for Cumberland Gap, down by 13 points, down by 2 scores, as long as you throw it deep enough so Rockwood couldn't get a decent return out of it. I think that there's certainly wouldn't be a negative. It looks like Rockwood will be re-kicking.
They'll be re-kicking there.
Yeah.
Cumberland Gap trying to put this one in the hands of the Burners. Try to get a nice kickoff return touchdown here. And honestly, they got a good shot at it. We saw the return on the last kickoff.
And that really could have changed the face of this second quarter, especially had Cumberland Gap converted, ended up being a turnover on downs.
So once again, it'll be the Tigers kicking this one off. See if they just try to squib this one again. Maybe down the middle of the field instead of down the sideline. Nope, it's going to be an actual onside kick. That still going around. It's at midfield. I believe the Tigers may have got this one. Cumberland Gap has got some players clapping. Let's see. They're going to say Cumberland Gap football.
Wow.
They're going to say the Panthers did jump on that one. Lucky break for Cumberland Gap.
Yeah, Cumberland Gap may have retrieved possession of that football, but it was not by much. Again, it was a picture-perfect onside kick from Rockwood. That's kind of exactly how you want to deliver it. The Panthers will take over nearly at midfield, and again, I think that you may want to take a shot here on first down.
3rd offensive drive for the Panthers. First time they've started on their end of the field, and they're still at their 49-yard line over on the far hash, 51 yards away from the end zone with 3 timeouts.
Who would have thought they had just had 2 full drives, and we're at the 25-second mark, almost at halftime?
Well, if you want to look at it in real time, we've been playing a little less than an hour. We've only already did 1 half.
Yeah.
So it'll be a K&K Metal first down and 10. Panthers will split 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Brunsma in the gun. Drops, looks, got some time, rolls off right side, stepping up, looking, throws. It's complete, and it's out here on the near sideline to the 37-yard line. I believe Cumberland Gap will take a timeout.
Yep.
As it was completed to Ethan Daniels, number 16.
Yeah, Daniels again was met by a pair of Tigers, that being Dom Simpson and Caleb Bowen, but that was nice execution. Again, Brunsma waiting on his receivers to come back to him, and again, it worked towards Brunsma's favor to get the ball in the hands of Daniels. So that's a nice start here. Took 10 seconds off the clock, but now you're back in Tigers territory.
You're at the Rockwood 37-yard line. One thing you don't like is the fact that it did take 10 seconds off the clock. Brunsma kind of took his time in the pocket, but you still have 2 timeouts remaining here, and they've got an opportunity. Again, Cumberland Gap gets the ball first and the second half. You want to try to get something on the board here before halftime.
Even if it's maybe, if you get deep enough into Rockwood territory and you may, if you're forced to take a field goal even, points would be very beneficial for Cumberland Gap at this stage.
It'll be a K&K Metal first down and 10 for Cumberland Gap. Out of the timeout, they will send 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Brunsma in the pistol. He has Logan Miracle in the backfield with him behind him. Rockwood showing a little bit of coverage, but not in a prevent. Brunsma throws across the middle. It's complete. And Cumberland Gap will spend their second timeout. Actually, no, they're going to get up on the ball here and try to spike. Brunsma's got 2 receivers, and he spikes it with 8 seconds left to go. And we have an official's timeout over on the far sideline. The ball is at about the 20, actually the 19-yard line.
What a crazy sequence that was, nonetheless, for Cumberland Gap. It was a sensational catch there on the pass that gave them another first down, that being Holden McDaniels right down the middle, to be able to snag that one that was up very high and then to withstand the contact. And then the next play, we said it was a spike. It was almost like it was a fumble there. Not really sure. I mean, the ball was snapped right towards Brunsman's knees, and he kind of just let the ball fall to the turf, and then the officials blew the whistle. But now with 8 seconds left to go and, with about 20 yards to go until the end zone, now you're all of a sudden in prime position to take one more shot, although it's got to be quick in case it's incomplete.
So the ball's around the 19-yard line, going from left to right. It will be second down upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Brunsma in the gun, and now we have a timeout taken by Rockwood. It'll be their second timeout. They're going to discuss this one. So, okay, I'm being told they did. They called the timeout, so it'll be first down upcoming now for Cumberland Gap. Remind you, however, at halftime we will take a look around the scoreboard around East Tennessee, trying to keep an eye on certain games, obviously, that will have playoff implications, as well as the one we are at here. Again, Rockwood with a victory would eliminate Cumberland Gap from playoff contention, and they would be the 3 seed going to Hampton, and would also let Wartburg in as the 4 seed, and they would then travel to South Green. Second quarter scored very quickly. Claiborne leading North Green 7-0. Wow. So the Huskies giving Claiborne a ball game so far now at the Tundra. They're in Greene County. So it is a first down, a K&K Metal first down. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Brunsma in the gun. Dropping. Here comes pressure. Throws off to the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Had to throw that one on the run. It will be incomplete. We'll bring up second down. But for Cumberland Gap, you have 2 seconds left to go.
I think there may have been actually a couple seconds that ran off after the whistle was over. Nonetheless, again, you do have one more shot towards the end zone after the incomplete pass, so that is the good news for the Gap as we see another timeout for the Panthers.
Panthers will take their third and final one here to discuss the play they want to call here. You're on the 19, so really your playbook's open.
Yes.
Because you've got, 19 yards to go. You can make that throw. The thing here is, Rockwood's going to put more than likely their secondary on the goal line, and they're going to bring the rush.
Yeah.
They may bring the rush with 7 here and put 4 on the line. So can Brunsma have time to first off let his receivers get into the end zone and then have time not to rush the throw and actually make a good throw?
And we've seen examples of that happen earlier on in this drive. However, down at the 20-yard line, that's a different story now that these defenders don't have as much room behind them.
Yep. So Panthers out of timeouts. Rockwood has 1 remaining. And the Panthers on 2nd and 10 from the 19 with 2 seconds left to go first half. We'll split 1 receiver to the left side. They'll have 2 to the right. And now Rockwood will spend their third and final timeout. The thing is, you don't take them to the locker room with you, so...
Yeah, well, that's hard to say. That seems very familiar. And, of course, like you said, you don't take them in. It's not like you have extra ones in the second half, so you want to use them when you have them. Absolutely. You want to make sure that both of these units know exactly what they're going to be doing, because this is very crucial. All of a sudden, if Cumberland Gap finds the end zone here and then they get on offense to start the second half, all of a sudden they could really there could be I want to say maybe a spark that could be lit inside of them, I could say. So the comeback attempt from Cumberland Gap could start furiously here if they could score on this ensuing play.
Want to give credit to the Rockwood faithful that have made the long trip over on the far sideline. Very bundled up over on the far sideline, but not a bad crowd that's made the long trip from Rockwood. Probably see them, along with maybe a few more faithful, next week when they'll travel either to Hampton or to South Green. Here it's second down out of the timeouts. 1 to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs to backfield with Brunsma. Brunsma dropping. Here comes pressure, steps up. Throw us down to the right sideline, man-to-man coverage, and it's going to be incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver, and that will do it for the first half of play. We've played 1 full half here at Panther Field. Our score, it is Rockwood 13. It is Cumberland Gap 0.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Avoid getting the football into Holden McDaniels' hands, as the last time we saw him on special teams, he created a spark for Cumberland Gap early in the second quarter.
Kind of wonder if they don't try to onside again, because right at the end of the first half, they have one and almost got it.
Yeah, or even just a squib kick in general.
Kicker will put the ball on the tee. Again, the kicker is Ben Woodall, 6'2" junior. And it will be a high squib-looking kick. That'll be taken at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and getting clobbered and taken down about the 41-yard line will be Cumberland Gap, and the Panthers will start there with a K&K Metal first down and 10.
Jacob Beatty takes the kickoff for Cumberland Gap, met first by Rockwood's Jack Alexander. And so here for the Panthers, as we saw Cumberland Gap almost score at the end of the first half, but was not to be, failing to convert what was their second fourth down of the evening. This drive, it's got to start here. I know that Coach Klein motivated his players there at the halftime break, and we'll see if that translates onto the field production here in their first drive of the second half.
Want to put this one in the end zone. Rockwood had 3 offensive possessions in the first half. The last 2 were scoring drives. They held the ball for 15 minutes. On a K&K Metal first down, it was 3 wide. Handoff up the middle, and going for no gain is Cumberland Gap. Maybe give them a yard out to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Cumberland Gap again opting for the first down run through the middle, and they have not been able to budge this Rockwood defensive line at all tonight. The Tigers again stopping that one before it got going.
It was Miracle with the run. He gets 1. And it'll bring up second down and 9. Put the ball at the 42-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side. 2 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol. Play action. Got a look. Going to run this time. He's out to the 40. And eventually be taken down near the 45-yard line, as he had to just scramble around and try to make something out of it. And that'll bring up third down.
You saw the Tigers line up there with 8 players in the box on defense. Again, I think they were expecting another run. Again, Cumberland Gap this time opting to put the ball in the air, but Brunsma really having nowhere to go with it, and that forces third down and what looks like to be about 7 yards.
Cumberland Gap was 2 of 4 on third down in the first half. This one near midfield will be third down and 6. Ball's out the Panther 45-yard line, middle of the field, as they go from right to left on your radio dial. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Brunsma in the gun, has a back to either side. Brunsma's going to drop, looking, steps up, throws across. It's going to be complete. Out here to the near sideline to the 46-yard line, into the hands of Holden McDaniels.
Wow, we'll give McDaniels 2 fantastic catches tonight. The first came on the Panthers' quick last drive of the first half, when he had to go up, reach for the skies to get that particular pass. This time he's able to corral it in while keeping his toes in bounds on the near sideline and pick up a huge first down.
9 yards on the pass completion, another K&K Metal first down. They'll split 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Brunsma dropping back, rolls off, throws. It is going to be complete. Out to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, and getting taken down near the 35-yard line is Cumberland Gap.
McDaniels again on the reception. We see what that last completion on the sideline has done for this Cumberland Gap offense. Now back-to-back plays that have moved the chains, and now all of a sudden it only takes 1 play to turn the tide of a drive, and it seems that has been the case here if you go by these last 2 plays.
11 yards on the pass. Another K&K Metal first down and 10.
The last 20 yards coming from McDaniels in total.
Rockwood changing some personnel. And Cumberland Gap sends 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Brunsma again in the pistol. He will hand off, and getting popped and dropped back to the line is the Panthers, as that was Miles Cole on the carry.
Rockwood's Gavin Evans was the first one to meet Cole, a sophomore defender for the Tigers, on a short gain on first down. We'll see if Cumberland Gap tries to go back to the air, since the ground game on first down did not give them much.
Second down, let's call it 9 yards to go. So it'll give Cole about a half of a yard, if not up to a yard on the run. 3 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Brunsma again in the pistol. Brunsma dropping, throws across the middle, incomplete, behind his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
And had he completed that pass, Rockwood's Dom Simpson would have been right there. The freshman defensive back for the Tigers was right there in coverage. Again, the ball does fall helplessly to the turf after being behind the receiver a bit. Now with third down and long, we'll probably have to put the ball in the air again if you're CG.
Third down and 9. Upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. Opening drive of the second half. Rockwood leads this one 13-0. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Brunsma in the pistol. Dropping. Pump fake. And he's going to get sacked. Brunsma tried to throw the ball out to his left side into the flat. Could not get it there, and eventually takes the sack back at the 43-yard line.
Great defensive play call from Rockwood there on third down and long. Not really being conservative there on defense and dropping back into coverage, sending a lot of players in on the blitz, and of course it paid off, bringing Brunsma down to the turf, and now the Gap will have to punt once more.
So Rockwood will send 1 receiver back, that being Dylan Williams. Williams stands at his 10. 4th down, 17. There's the punt, short end over end, and it takes a bounce and picked up at the 15 to the 20. And Rockwood will start near the 20-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will have it with a K&K Metal first down and 10 with 8:23 left to go here inside of the third quarter.
And so Cumberland Gap doesn't get what they were searching for on their first drive of the second half, which obviously was points. There still is more than enough time here early on in the third quarter, but the defense has to come up big here on this drive. You can't allow another 7-8-minute long drive that we saw the Tigers gain in the first half. It's got to be, the defense has got to come up huge. A turnover would be monumental here for the Gap.
Second best starting field position for the Tigers, and it's at their 20-yard line. 1 receiver left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation, man in motion now from the right up to the line. Brackett drops, looks, throws, fly pattern down the sideline, incomplete. Tried to get it to his receiver, that is Dade Turner, who we had not seen so far, and he overthrows Turner by about 5 yards.
What was that stat we said about Dade Turner earlier? His average of 31 yards per reception on the season. That would have possibly gone all the way to the end zone had that connected. Love the play call on first down, trying to catch Cumberland Gap off guard with the deep throw. Just a little bit overthrown there by Brackett. Now it's second down and 10.
And now Nate Brackett is 0 for 2 on the afternoon.
That's right, just the second pass attempt for Rockwood.
Second down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side. They got 1 to the right. Brackett under the center. Going to turn, handoff, going to the left side. This is Bowen. Trying to get upfield, gets upended. Gets about a yard or 2 on the run and to bring up third down.
Good job by the Cumberland Gap defense. I'm not sure who was the credited for the tackle. Could possibly have been Brady Pearman that brought down Rockwood on the short gain. Again, no guesses there on second down after the incomplete pass that the Tigers would opt to go back to the rushing attack. And now on third down, we'll see if the Gap can force a 3 and out as they did in the first drive of the first half.
Tigers in the first half, 1 of 3 on third down. This one is third down and 8. 1 receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Everybody's pretty much up on the line as Brackett under the center, dropping, play action. Got some time, throws across the middle. It is complete. Out to the 40, to the 45, close to the 46-yard line. Into the hands of, I believe it's 6, Dylan Garrett.
Yeah, sure is. A sophomore wide receiver listed at 6'1", 160. That was tremendous execution by Rockwood. Again, we mentioned early on, with the weather conditions not being very ideal, the rain has let up for the moment. But again, for the passes that Brackett attempts, you want to make sure that those are passes that you can complete easily. And there was nothing but grass in front of Dylan Garrett when he caught the football, and it ends up in a first down.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10 for Rockwood at their 45-yard line. Again, 1 receiver to either side. Man in motion from the right to the left. Handoff going up the middle. Past the 45, close to midfield. As this was probably Williams, the fullback, and it is He has been the workhorse here so far.
Yeah, it sure has. It's either been Williams or Octavius Worthy for the most part for Rockwood. Jacob Beatty was the first Panther there to bring Rockwood down at about midfield. And, of course, that third down conversion on the pass attempt for the Tigers was so huge to keep this drive alive and keep the offense on the field.
Second down. Let's call it 6 yards to go here for the Tigers. They'll send one receiver, now two receiver to the left side, one to the right. Brackett, ace backfield with the wing to the right side as he goes under the center. Going to be a handoff to Bowen, takes the first hit, keeps going into Cumberland Gap territory to about the 45, 44-yard line, which would be close to the first down marker, and they'll go ahead and give it to him.
I think if there's one particular play that has summed up Rockwood's performance tonight, it's got to be that one. A simple, another handoff up the middle, back down to Williams, and he really gets past the Cumberland Gap defense right as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage. The offensive line does the work for the Tigers, and it ends up in another first down.
It's a K&K battle, first down and 10. Ball at the Cumberland Gap 44-yard line now. Again, Tigers leading this one 13-0. On first down, one receiver off to either side. Brackett will go under the center. He'll turn around, hand off to the fullback, past the 45, past the 40, and he'll bring the ball forward back to the 37-yard line. Again, that was Dylan Williams, number 10.
Yeah, the fullback position has there really hasn't been any more beneficial position for the Tigers tonight than that of the fullback, and Williams has said thank you very much here tonight as he's had carry after carry, and he really hasn't had any runs that have been for negative yardage. He had 409 in all entering this contest. You got to believe he's close to that 500 mark here tonight.
It'll be second down and 8. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Handoff again, fullback up the middle, gets the first as he'll go past the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Again, it's Williams on the run, and it'll bring up another K&K middle first down.
Yeah, Cumberland Gap unable to force a third down here on defense besides the first one that the Tigers were then able to convert on the pass completion to Garrett. And so now, with Rockwood converting another first down, that clock just keeps on moving here in the third.
Under 5 minutes left to go, third quarter. Tigers trying to secure their second regional victory of the season and to secure their spot as the 3 seed in the playoffs. One receiver to either side. It's going to be a misdirection coming to the near sideline. Getting the first block to the 30, to the 25, and eventually being rode out of bounds by a host of Panthers. And on the run, it was the sophomore, Worthy.
And give huge credit to Rockwood's Micaiah Story, who is a junior guard slash linebacker who was able to bring a lot of room for Rockwood up on the near sideline with a key block there on Cumberland Gap. And all of a sudden, the Tigers now knocking on the door once more thanks to the very consistent run.
Ball resting at the 16-yard line, so the Tigers have got it back inside the red zone. It's a K&K middle first down and 10. One receiver off to either side. Again, Brackett will turn, hand off to the fullback. And once again, the fullback, Dylan Williams, gets the ball forward past the 15 near the, let's call it the 12.
We saw the last time that Rockwood got this deep into Cumberland Gap territory. The Panthers finally did find some resistance as there wasn't as much field behind them. Again, the Tigers were able to find the end zone eventually in the end. We'll see if the Cumberland Gap defense can come up huge and avoid going down by 3 scores.
Second down and 6 upcoming here for Rockwood. Long, steady drives as the rain starts back here at Panther Field. One receiver to the left side. One back behind Brackett. He'll hand off. This is Williams bringing the ball forward past the 10. And looks like he's down close to the 7, let's call it the 8-yard line. We're going to bring up third down.
You know, a pretty good indication of Dylan Williams' day. Just look at his jersey. It was white. Now it's just about covered in brown as he's been all over the field, all over that muddy turf there as he's had handoff after handoff, and he's responded. He's earned all these carries tonight for sure.
Third down and 1 upcoming here for the Tigers. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Brackett again goes under the center. He'll turn, hand off. Williams up the middle, should got the first down as he is inside the 5 down to about the, let's call that the 4-yard line.
And a great job by Coach Webb and Rockwood to realize that you didn't have to get into the end zone there. You could have gotten a first down by getting this deep into Cumberland Gap's side of the field. So now that you have 4 more downs to play with, got to believe that Rockwood is eyeing 6 more points.
It'll be first down and goal to go. A Kane Committal first down and goal. Ball resting at the Panther 4-yard line as we were approaching and going under 3 minutes left to go here inside of the third quarter. Again, Tigers leading 13-0 and knocking on the door. One receiver off to either side. Brackett hands off, going off to the left side, trying to get to the end, cutting back up and getting possibly back to the line of scrimmage was Caleb Bowen.
Yeah, it seems that Bowen there may have been a better option to just try and go full speed ahead there and try and make it into the nearest pylon, try and just outrun the Cumberland Gap defense. He tried to make a stutter step, hesitated a little bit too much, and it cost him there, although he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be second down and goal to go. Ball still at the 4-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark, going left to right into the north end zone.
I'd say give the ball to Williams. What do you think?
They might just do it here. Brackett takes it, hands off, coming to the right side this time, going off, trying to dive his way into, and it'll be touchdown for Rockwood. As we'll see which Tiger it was.
We spoke about Dylan Williams too much. We forgot about Octavius Worthy for Rockwood.
Worthy from 4 yards out gets the touchdown.
Good play call from Coach Webb and the Tigers on the misdirection again. Able to get out into as much open space as he needed to dive for the end zone. And now, all of a sudden, Rockwood in complete control of this one. Again, you go back to the third down conversion that was started earlier on in the drive. The pass completion to Dylan Garrett. And several plays later, Worthy finds the end zone.
Be Woodall to have the attempt. Snap is down. Woodall's attempt is up. Woodall's attempt is no good. Time out of the field with 2:34 left to go, third quarter. Our new score, it is Rockwood 19. It is Cumberland Gap nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back out to Cumberland Gap High School with 2:34 left to go here inside of the third quarter. Rockwood scores on a 13-play drive this time, 80 yards, and only took 5:51 off the clock. So
what about
one
that?
less play and about a minute less than what they were averaging on their scoring drives. But nevertheless, Rockwood's up 19-0, and for Cumberland Gap, now is the time.
Yeah.
Rockwood has been eating up yards and time with their possessions. They've only had the ball 4 times, 3 scoring plays of almost six or 7 minutes apiece. So they'll have to go as this kickoff will scamper out of bounds over on the far sideline. And we'll see if Cumberland Gap will make Rockwood kick this one again or just take it at the 35.
Yeah, you've got to think you probably want to get another crack at another special teams return here, seeing as how the last time that McDaniels was able to get the football, he made something happen, although it may not go into McDaniels' hands again.
I don't think they'll kick it to McDaniels.
Yeah.
Rockwood will be re-kicking here. We've seen them pretty well kick short and try to keep it away from the speedsters that Cumberland Gap has.
Stick the middle up.
One thing we hadn't discussed here, there hadn't been, to my knowledge, we've not had a turnover tonight besides the turnovers on downs. No interceptions, no fumbles from either squad tonight.
Yep, Brennan just jinxed it. Rockwood will be kicking this one off once again. And it's going to be up in the air and touched and then goes out of bounds. So Cumberland Gap will be forced to take it right there, and it will be around the 30-some-odd yard line.
And it was Holden McDaniels who just about corralled the football. I think maybe got a little too anxious, tried to move without the football in his hands, and it cost him there.
See where they'll end up marking this one out of bounds. Looks like it'll be about the, I believe it'll be the 28-yard line. Score of interest. Halftime, Berea leads Jellicoe 12-0. If you're not familiar and you weren't with us for Spotlight, Berea out of Kentucky has lost 47 or 48 consecutive coming into this contest with Jellicoe. Berea trying to snap the Kentucky's longest active losing streak. Here on first down, it's two receivers off to either side. Man in motion from the right to the left. It's going to be a handoff on that jet sweep. And Cumberland Gap's going to be wrapped up and dropped for about probably a loss of 1 on the run.
Yeah, it seems that Rockwood was certainly ready for that one, trying to see who the first Tiger was to make contact with Cumberland Gap. Looks like it may have been Austin Quick for Rockwood, a senior defensive tackle. Nonetheless, it was a nice defensive play from that Tigers defensive line to stop that run.
Second down and 11. Ball resting about the let's call it the 27-yard line of Cumberland Gap. Three receivers to the left side, one to the right. Brunsma stands in the pistol. Brunsma will hand off up the middle. And Cumberland Gap trying to struggle some yards forward close to the 30-yard line. But it'll bring up third down.
Obvious passing situation here on third down and long after 2 runs that virtually went nowhere for the Panthers. Now Cumberland Gap, as the clock ticks away towards the end of the third quarter, is going to have to find a spark for the offense now because time is of the essence.
Under a minute left to go, third quarter. Panthers faced with third down and 8. They were 3 of 6 on third downs here this evening. They'll send 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Brunsma, has it back to the left. Brunsma drops, looks, throws, is complete out to that back stutter step, makes the first person miss, but cannot make the second one. Is eventually taken down to the 33, 34-yard line, and on the reception was Miles.
Well, you definitely like the idea, but Austin Quick was there once again by Rockwood to make the tackle. Now on at fourth down, Cumberland Gap may actually go for this one, possibly, as the third quarter starts to tick down. We'll see if they may not get the snap off in time.
Ball's at the 34 to be fourth down and 6. As we have 10 seconds left to go. Cumberland Gap looking for the play, and I think you're right. They're going to let this one expire as we're at 3, 2, 1, and that's it. We have played 3 quarters here at Cumberland Gap High School. Our score, it is Rockwood 19. It is Cumberland Gap nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Cumberland Gap High School. Rockwood right now leads Cumberland Gap by the score of 19-0. And it'll be Cumberland Gap faced with a fourth down, and they are going to go for this one. Ball at their 34-yard line. It's going to be Brunsma, play action, rolling off right side, looking. It is complete to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. It's going through a mud puddle to the 35, and eventually being taken out of bounds. Flag on the play. It's going to be a face mask or a horse collar. So you'll tack on 15 more after the completion into the hands of Holden McDaniels.
And so who does Cumberland Gap turn to when they need a big play? They once more go to McDaniels, the junior wide receiver. Again, it's going to be Brackett who will be flagged at the end of this play, as we see the indication from the official being a face mask.
So add 15 to the end of that, and right now Cumberland Gap has got some great field position. As they'll call it once again, the ball should be spotted near and right on the 20-yard line.
Amazing just how the tide of one drive can turn after just one singular play. McDaniels gets the Panthers a huge chunk of yardage, and then you tack on some extra yards after the bracket penalty.
So it'll be a K&K Metal first down and 10. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. A back to either side of Brunsma as he stands in the gun. And Cumberland Gap's going to get 5 yards back there on a false start.
First time the Cumberland Gap's been called for a whistle on the offensive side of the ball for moving just a little bit too early. It's a far cry from when we saw the Panthers commit well over 20 turnovers when we saw them play Pineville several weeks ago. They've really disciplined up, if you will, in this contest particularly.
It'll be first down and 15 upcoming now for Cumberland Gap. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Brunsma in the gun, back to either side. He'll hand off, going up the middle is Cumberland Gap out to about the 24-yard line. See where they'll, not real sure which ball carrier had that one.
I think it may have been Miles Cole.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Miles Cole for Cumberland Gap that takes it up the middle for a short gain now with second down. And again, since you are still behind the line of scrimmage due to the false start penalty, probably going to have to put the ball in the air here on second down.
So it'll be second down. Let's call it 14 yards to go. They'll send three receivers to the left side, one to the right. One back in the backfield with Brunsma as he stands in the pistol. Throws across the middle, incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver who was running a slant pattern across the middle, and to bring up third down.
Another two-step drop pass attempt that was looking for Ethan Daniels, the junior wide receiver that was, again, just behind. Incomplete. The clock will stop now on third down. And, of course, no guesses here as to the Cumberland Gap playbook. Got to put the ball in the air again with Brunsma. Got to try and get a sizable chunk of yardage to try and keep this drive alive.
So to bring up third down and long for the Panthers. On third down, let's call it 14. Two receiver to the left side, two to the right. Again, shotgun formation for Brunsma. Dropping, looking, here comes pressure. Throws off to the right side, it's complete. The running back's got the ball, and he's going to run. He's got some good moves here, but it's just too far backwards by the time he got the ball.
Cole again with the reception.
Cole. I was trying to see where they put him down.
Yep.
I believe it'll be the 18-yard line. So he gets 6 on it, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, a nice little dump-off pass from Brunsma into the hands of Cole. Again, it was Dylan Williams for the Tigers, who's been the primary ball carrier, who was credited with the tackle for Rockwood. Now with fourth down, got to think CG will stay on the field and go for this one.
It'll be fourth down. They just converted one a second ago. This will be fourth down and 9. They're 1 for 2 on fourth downs here this evening. Two receiver to the left side, two to the right. Again, Brunsma in a pistol. Dropping, looking. Here comes pressure. Steps up in the pocket, throws down to the right sideline. Incomplete. Tried to get it into the end zone. I believe that is into the hands. Is that McDaniels or
maybe Cole? Possibly. Not quite sure.
Not sure as well either. It's way down on to the right side of us.
I think it may be 16, Ethan Daniels.
Okay, so it was Ethan Daniels.
Yep.
Nevertheless, it will be incomplete, and now Rockwood will get the ball deep in their own territory, this time at their 18-yard line, something they're not unfamiliar with 10:09 left to go here in this contest, leading by 3 touchdowns.
Very crucial drop from Cumberland Gap in the end zone. Again, Brunsma with a pretty decent pass there to try and separate the receiver from the defensive back, just fell incomplete.
On a K&K Metal first down, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. This is going to be a quarterback still got this, running to the right side, trying to looking to throw, and eventually he's going to break away, and we'll just scamper off to the near side, or the far sideline, I should say, near the line of scrimmage marker.
Well, how Nate Brackett was able to get back almost to the line of scrimmage is, I feel like it's a miracle on that play. It was a nice fake from Brackett, as everybody thought that Rockwood had gone with the standard handoff again through the tackles. Yeah, but then again, he was able to evade several Cumberland Gap defenders to get back. I think he may have even gained a yard.
Ought to give him half a yard.
Yeah.
Second down, we're still going to call it 2nd and 10. As the ball is right about the 18, 19-yard line of Rockwood. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. Again, Brackett goes under the center. And Brackett's going to hand off. Coming up the middle, trying to find a hole, is the Tigers out near the, let's call it 22, 23-yard line. And that was Caleb Bowen once again.
And so now Bowen being stopped by the Panthers defense. We'll see if Cumberland Gap now can get off the field in 3 plays, something that they have not done since the first 3 plays of this entire contest, way back on the first drive of the matchup. We'll see if the Gap can force another Rockwood punt.
Only the 6th third down the Tigers have faced here this evening.
Wow. And that's very impressive considering how many snaps they've had.
3rd down, let's call it 6 or 7 to go. 1 receiver to either side. Man in motion from the left to the right. And now motion, and I believe Cumberland Gap will get called for encroachment, and they will give 5 extra yards to the Tigers.
Yeah, I believe it was Dalton Cornett, a junior lineman that was the first one that jumped for Cumberland Gap and gets the flag for the Panthers. So that makes it 3rd down and much closer for Rockwood. We'll see if the Gap defense can still hold strong and try and force a 4th down.
Ball is at the 27-yard line. 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Clock still running. 8:44 in counting left to go inside of this contest. 1 receiver off to either side. Brackett going to drop, handoff. And it'll be Rockwood running the football up the middle. And we'll just wait eventually until the pile of players comes to a stop out about the 32, 33-yard line. It'll be enough for another Kankakee middle 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it was Williams once again on the carry, who has no doubt been the star of the show offensively. It was Octavius Worthy who had the most impressive statistics. But again, if you look at tonight, just specifically, it's been Dylan Williams, and he shows you there on a down that Rockwood needed to keep this drive intact. He certainly came up big for the Tigers there.
The fullback dive has been dominant this evening for the Tigers. On a Kankakee Meadow 1st down and 10, 1 receiver off to either side. Brackett will go under the center. He's going to hand off, going off to the right side. And the Tigers this time are wrapped up and dropped. Might have picked up, give them 2 yards. They give them 1 yard on the run.
I think it was Worthy there on 1st down for the Tigers. Right to the teeth of that defensive line for Cumberland Gap. See if maybe there's a Panther shaking up.
We do have a looks like we do have a Cumberland Gap Panther that will need some attention from the athletic trainers. While we got an opportunity, let's take a look around the scoreboard here real quick again. Tracking a lot of different scores because the playoffs start next week. Again, Rockwood, if this score will hold up, will be the 3 seed and will travel to Hampton. And with the loss, Cumberland Gap will be eliminated, and that will put Wartburg in as the 4, and they would then turn and go to South Green next Friday evening. As we said, Berea leads Jellicoe at the half. Happy Valley leading South Green in the 3rd, 21-0. South Green will still be the one there, the way I understand it, but it would be a 3-way tie for the regional championship over in Region 1 if Happy Valley can pull that one off. Johnson County in the 3rd, leading Unicoi County 21-12. Winner of that one again is the Region 1 champion in Class 3A. Union County leading Granger in the 3rd, 14-8. Union County trying to secure their first playoff berth since 2004. It is Kingston leading Gatlinburg Pittman in the 4th, 20-0. Kingston trying to earn a playoff berth here this evening. Coalfield now trails Oneida in the 4th, 7-3. Very quickly looking down, Clinton leads Carnes in the 3rd, 24-20. And I believe that may be all we have from around the area that has been updated since our halftime break. Farragut now leads Hardin Valley. This one was just updated 21-0 in favor of Farragut. After the injury timeout will be 2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Tigers. 1 receiver to the left side. Man in motion now from the right to the left. Brackett, hands off, fullback, and Cumberland Gap will stop this. As this should have been Williams as the fullback dive to the 36-yard line. Still gets 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, now another 3rd down. Obviously, on the last occasion, it was Cumberland Gap who was flagged for encroachment that allowed Rockwood to then get past the chains on the next snap. We'll certainly hope that Cumberland Gap stays more persistent here and doesn't jump and hurt themselves on this 3rd down and try not to get a penalty and get off the field on defense.
3rd down. Let's call it 7 yards to go. Ball at the Rockwood 36. One receiver off to either side. Ace backfield for the quarterback, who's going to drop, rolls off right side, looking, steps up, still on his feet, comes off back to the near sideline. He's got a lot of running room. Gets through the line, back up the middle to the 40, and back to the 45, and picks up the first down out to the 46-yard line. On the run is the quarterback, Nate Brackett.
And Brackett seemed like he ran for about 20 yards there on third down, but he did pick up the first down after, again, rolling and rolling some more with the blocking in front of him, really providing a hole. Again, a credit to the Cumberland Gap defensive backs, again, to not allow the receivers to have any open spaces to throw the ball, but then better production from Nate Brackett to realize he needed to get it done with his legs in order to keep the drive alive, and he did so there.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10 for Rockwood. Spot the ball. Let's put it at the Rockwood 47-yard line. On first down, it'll be Brackett going under the center. Two backs behind him, man in motion from the right to the left. And now the Tigers will take a timeout. We'll take this one with them. 6:02 left to go, fourth quarter. Rockwood leading Cumberland Gap 19.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
6:02 left to go, fourth quarter. Rockwood leading Cumberland Gap by the score of 19-0. Rockwood trying to secure the number 3 seed in Class 2A Region 2, which would then in turn more than likely send them to Hampton next week. It'll be first down and 10. It's a K&K Metal first down at the Rockwood 47-yard line. One receiver to the left and none to the right. Split backs in the backfield behind Brackett. Man in motion from the right to the left. Brackett pitches out, come to the near sideline of the 45, and give the turf monster another tackle that time.
Yep.
As the running back tried to make his cut and could not do so on this wet turf, and it'll bring up second down.
Octavius Worthy as the ball carrier for Rockwood, as you mentioned, trying to make his cut on the near sideline towards the hash marker, and again, slipping just a bit, but again, still was able to pick up a pretty decent gain on first down off of the outside, and again, the clock just keeps on ticking for Rockwood.
Second down. Let's call it second down and 9. They'll split a wing off to either side. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to the 50. And the running back still got the ball to about the 45, still on his feet. And they'll eventually bring him down at about the 42-yard line. And that's the fullback once again, Dylan Williams.
Yeah, you can see that this Rockwood offense, and particularly Dylan Williams and the offensive line, have been determined to stay on the field and pick up another big first down. And that one was, you talk about yards after contact, that was the definition of it right there. It was a convoy that was leading the way past the first down marker. And Rockwood with another impressive run right up the middle.
11 yards sets up another K&K Metal first down and 10, this time in Cumberland Gap territory at the Panther 42-yard line. On first down, it'll be one receiver to the left side. They'll split one to the right. I formation this time for Brackett. He's going to hand off on a misdirection, going off to the far side, past the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. And I believe that was Worthy on the run.
Yes, it was. Octavius Worthy once more gaining the handoff from Brackett. It's been a pretty easy day for Nate Brackett overall at the quarterback position. Had to really just his duties have been to hand the ball off to Williams and Worthy and let them do the work. He has played defensively. He's made a couple tackles.
But his quarterback rating is 0 right now. He's 0 for 2.
Well, no, he had the completion to Garrett.
Oh, you're right. He's 1 for 3. I'll take that back.
And that was a big play, too, being on fourth down as well. So
1 for 3. Here it's second down and 4. One receiver off to either side. I formation. Wing split to the left. Man in motion now from the left to the right is Worthy. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback up the middle. Gashing out past the 30, past the 25. And near the 20-yard line is Rockwood. And we'll wait till they unpile them. I believe it should have been the fullback.
Williams.
And it is Williams once again.
Man, love to see the final statistics from this one to find out how many yards that Williams amassed on the ground, because it's been a heavy load. I certainly would think that there won't be too many guesses as to who the player of the game will be for the Tigers.
15 yards on the rush, sets up another K&K Metal first down and 10, this time at the Panther, let's call it 22-yard line. They're going to split one receiver to the right. Now they're going to move him in motion up against the line, wings to either side. It's going to be a handoff to the wing coming to the near sideline to the 25 and getting hit at the 21-yard line. And we'll see, again, the jerseys for Rockwood starting to get a little dirty, so it's getting a little bit more difficult to see
I think that was
who they are, and that's number 2, Abe Gaskins.
First carry of the night for the junior Tiger there, tackled by senior Darren Robinson. He's had a great day on the defensive line for Cumberland Gap. He's had a plethora of tackles, that being Robertson.
Out to the 20, it's second down and 8. Clock still rolling in Rockwood's favor as we are approaching 2.5 minutes left to go in this contest. Moving players around. This will be the quarterback bracket again going under the center. Hands off to the fullback up the middle. Getting past the 20 near the 15-yard line. I believe that's number 30, Gavin Evans. So Rockwood bringing in the subs. And now we have an injured Panther down on the field. Gavin's run takes it to the 15. Should be about a gain of 5. It'll bring up a third down upcoming here for Rockwood. Rockwood is 5 of 7 on third downs. I feel for whatever team, we do believe it'll be Hampton, has to face this team in the first round next week, because first off, they're going to see this film, and they're not going to see a whole lot of passing from the quarterback Nate Brackett, but at the same time, they're going to see the rushing attack. Anytime you can get 4, 5, 6 yards from the fullback dive, you're doing something right.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And as persistent as Williams has been at the fullback position tonight, he's been helped out by Octavius Worthy as well. Caleb Bowen has chipped in for some nice carries tonight. So, yeah, the ground game from the visitors here tonight, that being the Tigers, has just been it's just been a great game plan that the Tigers have executed tonight, and that's what's led to this 19-point lead. Rockwood, especially Williams with that fullback dive, has been very impressive.
Meigs County leads Wartburg in the third 33-0, so it looks like Meigs County will finish off the season undefeated. But Wartburg right now, I know they're not paying attention to this contest, but if this score holds up, which we think it will at this point in the contest, they will be happy because their victory earlier in the year will send them to the playoffs next week. Here it is, third down, and let's call it 3. One receiver off to either side. Man in motion from the right to the left, I formation. Handoff, fullback up the middle, getting the first down past the 10, stretching forth past the 5. Is on the run once again was Evans.
Yeah, Gavin Evans with another nice fullback dive up the middle. Man, it's been a night for fullbacks, I'll tell you that much. Williams and now Evans on this particular drive, putting Rockwood in one final position to try and get some more points on the board.
This will be the 14th play of this drive.
That's been another theme as well.
It's a K&K Metal first down, goal to go, ball at the 4-yard line. One receiver to either side. Handoff. Fullback, Evans. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Rockwood. Third drive that they've scored in 14 plays.
Well, there was one that was 13.
There was,
correct?
yes.
Yes, so, yeah, 14, 14, and 13 now for Rockwood. That's a pretty well-executed game plan, if I may say so. Now, Rockwood putting the finishing touches on this one. And it seems that they are definitely in postseason mode. You know, after scoring 47 and 48 their past 2 weeks, they've gotten it done offensively tonight.
So we will see Woodall to attempt the extra point. Snap is down. Woodall's attempt is up. Woodall's attempt is good. Timeout of the field. 1:31 left to go. Our new score. It is Rockwood 26. It's Cumberland Gap nothing.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back at the Cumberland Gap High School for the last 91 seconds here in this contest. The last scoring drive for Rockwood, 14 plays, 82 yards, took 8:20 off the clock. They now lead this one 26-0 on their way to the 3 seed here in Class 2A Region 2. And for Cumberland Gap right now, they're in danger of being shut out for the first time since October 21st, 2016. The onside, or the squib kick, I should say, is picked up by Cumberland Gap. And they will start with the ball at the 39-yard line.
Now the Panthers is what we expect to be their final drive of the series. It was a successful season overall, picking up 6 wins. But again, the regional play was eventually the Panthers' downfall, and that will lead to missing out on a postseason appearance.
2 of those, Megas Cannon, number 1 team in the state, Oneida in the top 10 in the state.
Yep.
The one I think that, and Coach Kleinble even mentioned, and he took the blame for this one, was the Wartburg game. Unfortunately, Wartburg got the victory this season. It looks like they'll be the 4 seed going on, as this will be a handoff on first down out to the 40-yard line for a gain of 1. And Cumberland Gap may just be trying to run this one out, as the clock will run, approaching 1 minute left to go here inside of the fourth quarter. Again, very quickly, Claiborne at last check was leading North Green. Looks like they'll be on their way to Alcoa, who was still leading Austin East in the fourth quarter, 17-2. So the Bulldogs will be moving on to the postseason, unless something has happened since the last time I checked that score. Here's a handoff up the middle out to the 45-yard line. And it'll be Cole getting it to the 45. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Cumberland Gap, as we are now at 35 seconds and counting. 3rd down and 4 for Cumberland Gap. Ball at their 45-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Split backs behind Brunsma, who hands off up the middle to the 50, to the 45, spin move to the 40, and out to the far sideline to about the 30. But they're going to say, nope, the ball was whistled down at the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down upcoming for Cumberland Gap with 12 seconds left to go. And I believe the Panthers over here on the near sideline have already started lining up. The clock will run. And Brandon, I believe that's going to do it. Cumberland Gap will have to be saddled with the shutout loss and will be knocked out of postseason contention. Rockwood will be the 3, Wartburg will be the 4, and tonight Rockwood is the victor over Cumberland Gap, as they have traveled to Cumberland Gap High School to knock off the Panthers tonight by the final score of 26-0. Folks, stay tuned. Post-game wrap-up as we continue on with our Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week here on the LMU Sports Network.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
It's a final here at Cumberland Gap High School as tonight the Panthers fall to Rockwood by the final score of 26-0 for Rockwood. Their second regional win will send them into the playoffs as the 3 seed. For Cumberland Gap, unfortunately winless in regional play, will keep them home for the 2018 postseason. And with that, that wraps up another season of the Old Town Grill High School Football Game of the Week here for the 2018 season. I want to thank you for joining us not only for tonight, but for every game that we've had throughout this 2018 season, and what a ride it's been. For everyone behind the scenes, too many to name, I'm Adam Haley. You've been watching the Old Town Grill Game of the Week. Again, tonight, Rockwood defeats Cumberland Gap 26-0. We'll see you next August.